Good morning, students. This is Pavan Shukla, your English teacher. As per the schedule, today it's a turn for your English literature class. And as I have already told you, that before we start the class, you need to sit with a pen as well as a notebook, wherein you need to record the glimpse of all the new vocabularies or certain terminologies which are used in the poem or prose or drama. Then and there, if you record it and you revise it later on after the class, it will become little bit solid for you. So make sure that whatever things are being taught on regular basis, you need to put the date and you have to write down the summary of each and every aspect, either poem or prose or drama. That will be your homework and that will be your daily work. Other than that, no other things will be given to you for your homework. Your project topic will be given to you within 1 or 2 days so that you may complete it within this lockdown period. Now, coming back to your syllabus, there is a little bit confusion among the students that some of the syllabus is being found reduced. Now, frankly telling, after having a glimpse over the syllabus which is being deducted by the council, it is not applicable in class 9th syllabus. In case of English, the syllabus remains same. That means 6 poems, 6 stories, and till Act 3, Scene 1 in Merchant of Venice you need to study here. And for your language topics, I have already intimated you yesterday, that means in the previous class. Only 2 chapters are reduced in class 10th, that is one of the prose, the Blue Bead, and 1 poem, I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings. But in class 9th, none of the poems, none of the short stories are being reduced. So make it very clear that there should not be any confusion. In the previous classes, I have discussed around 3 poems, if you remember. The very first poem was Heart of the Tree. Second was The Cold Within. And third one was The Bangle Sellers by Sarojini Naidu. And I hope that you people have grabbed the topics very nicely. If not, if you have any queries, because at that time we did not have that facility of interaction classes. So during this interactive period of 1 hour, you need to send your queries, but please do not ask nonsense questions there. No queries regarding the project report, nothing about syllabus and all. Do not use the word good morning, good afternoon. Directly ask the question, mention the name of the teacher and ask the question. Your queries will be sorted out later on. That means not promptly, that means do not expect it within 1 or 2 minutes or 5 minutes. That will be sorted out on the same day itself. But make sure that you have to keep patience for it. Now, today we are going to talk about a new poem that is named as After Blenheim. What's the spelling? After Blenheim. Blenheim. Now you people would be wondering that what is this word Blenheim? Blenheim is a proper noun. It's a name of a small town in Bavaria, which is in southern Germany. So it is actually a type of story. It is an anti-war poem that gives the message that war is not a solution to everything. War always leads to destruction. This poem also talks about the fickle attitude of the people. It also talks about the generation gap. How old people, they used to speak the things without knowing the reason, without giving the logics. Here, it's a story which is being expressed through a poem in which an old man named as Caspar, he is recalling and is calling the name of a war, and he calls it as a great victory. And when the story is being asked by his grandchildren, his granddaughter Wilhelmine and his grandson Peterkin, the answer was only what? I do not know the reason why it was a great victory, but since people said, my ancestors said that it was a great victory, accordingly I am also speaking the same thing. But when the genuine reason was being asked by the grandchildren, he could not explain it. And finally, While he was telling the story that this was the scene and many people were being found dead, many dead bodies were rotting in the hot sun, many childing mothers, many expecting mothers died over there. There was fire everywhere. There was great destruction. And at that time, a pause was being put by, an interruption was being done by his grandson, and he says that when lot of destruction was there, when many expecting childing mothers died, when many dead bodies were rotting in the hot sun, then how can it be a great victory? And for this genuine question there was no answer. With whom? With old Caspar. And finally he kept on speaking the same phrase, that I do not know, but since people said it was a great victory, accordingly I am also speaking the same. So this poetry basically talks about a generation gap. This poem is an anti-war poem which gives the message that war is not actually a solution to anything. Alright, as a summarized form I should tell you, one evening in the fields around the Bavarian town of Blenheim in southern Germany, an elderly farmer named Caspar sits in front of his cottage watching his grandchildren. Wilhelmine was the name of his granddaughter and Peterkin was the name of his grandson. They both were playing. Peterkin is rolling an object he found while playing. Actually, Peterkin was rolling a round shaped structure and he was not aware what it was. He was rolling it continuously and he was playing with that. They came to his grandfather, both Wilhelmine and Peterkin, to ask and to inquire from his grandfather that what this object was. Actually, that object was what? It was a skull. It was a human skull. The old man, who has found many such objects while plowing the fields, replies that it is the skull of a soldier who died in the battle of Blenheim. Their curiosity aroused. The children asked him about the battle and why it was fought. The English routed the French, means the Englishmen defeated the Frenchmen, he says, in what later generations would call a great victory. That means they used to call it as a great victory. Who used to call? Because the Frenchmen were being defeated by whom? The Englishmen. And this Caspar belonged to what? Which group? The Englishmen. And that's why the people of my time, they used to call that victory as what? As a famous victory, as a great victory. However, Caspar is at a loss to explain the cause of the battle. He could not explain what was the basic reason and why it was being called as a great victory. He does not know that thousands died in it, not only soldiers but also townspeoples, includes children. In fact, the fields were littered with corpses. But such terrible consequences are part of war.